Welcome to the Golden Heart Award Banquet 2024. With me is a wonderful award winner named Robert Slawinski. And I can't really describe what he does, but he's really an icon in the field of behavioral health. He does some amazing work, and I'm going to let Bob tell you his story.
Okay. My name's Bob Slawinski. I am a licensed psychologist in Pennsylvania. I've been licensed for about 20 some years. Started out doing crisis intervention with children and adolescents. Very different world back then. I remember one of the first placements I did, had a 7-year-old kid who needed a cooling off period, met with the family, picked a host home to shelter him at overnight, and threw him on the back of my Yamaha 350 motorcycle, with a helmet, of course, and took him there. So we live in a very different world now, but I have been working in mental health for God, really the last 40 years. I've worked in inpatient drug and alcohol, inpatient psych. What I've been doing for the last 20 some years with Malvern has been psychological evaluations, assessments, meeting with kids and families. Worked as a trainer, worked in staff development, clinical supervisor. I love the field of psychology. I think that it's one of the few professions where you can make big differences in people's lives. Sometimes you don't always get to see what the outcome is, but you can see the direction that you steer people in. I love the staff that I work with. I've been very fortunate in that pretty much every place I worked, and I know this sometimes sounds cliche, but I have stayed in the field and have stayed at most of my professions as long as I have, because of my coworkers and the people that I work with. Mental health today, as many of you may know, is not an easy field. It is not a way to accumulate massive amounts of wealth. There are probably, if you look outside, there's no Porsches in the parking lot. Until very recently, I drove a 25-year-old Ford Explorer. But inside, it is a very warming and welcoming profession. I don't regret a day that I've worked in this field. And I have met some very amazing people, clients, staff, Jenna Malice, who just introduced me. And I feel very fortunate to be recognized this way. It is a field where if you're in it for the money, if you're in it for the recognition, you may have made a bad career decision. But if you're in it because you want to make a difference, you want to help make people's lives better, and you want to build connections and have very rewarding experiences, this is a field that will leave you very full emotionally and with some of the best stories that you're going to be able to tell. I could go on, but that is, I love what I do. I'm fortunate to continue doing it, and I applaud and feel very fortunate for anybody who's been in the field for a long time or getting into the field. It is definitely a field to get into with eyes wide open. But it's a great calling. It's a great vocation. And it's a wonderful profession.
Thank you
And
so much, Bob Slawinski. Am I cutting you off? Did you want to say
nope,
something else?
nope, not at all. I was about to quote Forrest Gump and say
Go
that's
ahead.
about all I have to say about that.
Okay, didn't want to cut off that good quote. Thank you very much for accepting the award for yourself, well deserved, and for Malvern Community Health Services. And I can definitely say that the people at Malvern are wonderful, great company to work for. And Bob is a legend himself with everything that he's done in the field for such a long time, and has really given immensely to anyone who, has the honor of working with him and can be trained by him. Does a marvelous job, and we are very honored to be giving Robert Slawinski the Golden Heart Award 2024. You will see him at the Golden Heart Award banquet on August 3rd, 2024 at Knesset Israel Synagogue in Elkins Park. Thanks again for listening.